And welcome back to Link to the Past Super Metroid Randomizer. I'm not sure why I started a sentence with "and." I was just trying to be annoying, I guess. So, as promised in the previous episode, we will be going into Skull Woods here. I suppose I could maybe, get you up to date with here. We still don't have the mirror, nor do we have the Pegasus boots. But everything else is pretty much okay, I think. I don't think the boots will screw us anytime soon, but we are going to have to make sure we check every chest here, which means kind of a roundabout way of exploring here. It's like a real whale of an opportunity here, boy, let me tell you. So we'll start with this one here, which is a key. And then I'm just going to scoot on over to this room here, which should, if I'm not mistaken, yep, I have another one. This isn't how I did this last time. The way I did it was a little more convoluted last time. We could also try... I don't want to talk too much here because sometimes it distracts me from the hand. The hand drops down and grabs my ass. So here's the infamous Skullwoods mirror chest when I did the race. Oh wait, no, not here. I thought it was here, but guess not. Well, we sure as hell got plenty of keys now, don't we? Oh. Maybe not anymore. Alright, so we're going to have to try some other entrances here. Well, we don't have the big key yet, is the thing. So we might have to come back, I don't know. That drops in. I'll never forget this chest either, because I remember when I raced a bunch of people at AGDQ, or SGDQ rather, the mirror that I couldn't find turned out to be in that chest, and of course I didn't really discover that until eventually, I don't know, someone told me, I guess. So I was sitting there trying to find it, like everybody else had it already, and we're finishing in the game, and I was still looking for the damn mirror. And it turned out to be in a chest somewhere in here. You can imagine trying to come through here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's in this room. It was in that chest right up there is where the mirror was. But because I didn't have the mirror, I couldn't do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. I don't think I need to open this door here, but I'm going to anyway. Because that gets us back out here a little quicker. I might have actually needed to open that door to get out, I'm not sure. Anyway, oh wait, why did I do that? I don't have the big key, so there's no point, but I guess we can go ahead and open it since we're in here. Well, good news is we have the Cane of Samaria, so don't have to mess with this too much. Get out of the way, skeleton. On the other hand, not having the mirror means we always have to... Well, you know what? Who needs a mirror when you got a hand? NCS 2019. Last time I called attention to one of my quotes, I said 2018. And it was already February by then, I'm pretty sure. So there's another key. So we're just going to have to progress in the dungeon. Apparently the big key is going to be out here somewhere. So here you go. Yeah, I was just in a stream earlier watching Atma Illumina play Super Metroid. You want to talk about somebody who's good at Super Metroid. Holy crap. Just watching him play, you can tell by just little things that he does that he's definitely been into speedrunning that game in the past. Just, he's got the wall jump precision down. He does those little mock balls when he doesn't even need to, and just stuff like that. It's generally stuff that you see speedrunners doing. Just those little movement tech things, you know. So before we progress here, we should head back and get whatever the big chest is. Because all we found so far is just keys and big keys, so... Big chest has a pretty good shot of having something in it. Something good. Don't want these playthroughs to be too similar. I'm sure there are enough already. Pull yourself onto the window and pay $6 for your meal. 1 fillet of fish and cheeseburger, and a large Coke to wash it down and give you cows. Shooting stuff horizontally in this game was never, you know, fun. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? So normally you don't have the red mail when you fight this guy, so this definitely won't be nearly the problem that it usually is. Got one more shot with this thing. Okay, can we... Let's say, let me stand still for 2 seconds here. I mean, I might as well just spam the attacks and not even worry about damage. So that's 6 hearts at the end of all that. Thank you, red mail. Of course, you can never do that fight without getting flashbacks of, you know, the one-hit Mothula challenge at MagFest the first year that I went. The first year that I went, that was one of the challenges, and I remember filming these two guys side by side who were both doing it, and just both dying like once every 10 seconds. And there was one point in the video where they both died at the same time. It's like both of those chocobo butts. So Skullwoods is done. Which leaves just Turtle Rock, basically, right? We have 6 crystals here. Are we actually going to get through this playthrough without, like, having to do any of the pendant dungeons? Because that's the kind of seed that most speedrunners can only dream of. If not for the fact everything else were so messed up. But that only messed me up. I doubt that that would mess them up. Especially the thing with the 4th exit. Surely they would have been on that like white on rice. Unlike me, who was on it like black on tar. You know? Missiles, we don't care. But we also don't have the mirror. Where could that thing be? I really don't know. Actually, you know what? Didn't we need Bombos to get into Turtle Rock? Okay, hang on a second now. If that's true, we may have to search some dependent dungeons to find it. Like, considering how many items in this game are actually required to finish it, what are the odds that you would actually get 3 pendant dungeons, and number 1, not have to do any of them, and number 2, not have any of those essential items turn up in any of those dungeons, which I guess is basically the same thing. So yeah, I can't do any of this stuff without a mirror. Like, you know, get the cape or anything, or Pegasus boots. I have no Pegasus boots either. Oh, So, off to the warp we go. While we continue to re-deliberate here. It's just a matter of which dungeon is it gonna be in, you know? Well, there's quite a few chests in the second dungeon, so I'm gonna put my faith in that one. Oh, I can't even start this dungeon without the mirror, can I? Shoot, I forgot about that. Okay, oh, crap. Alright, then in that case, we're gonna try Misery Mire. Notice how I'm actively avoiding that one dungeon. Oh, I should have probably grabbed the hearts, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do here. Misery Mire, here we come. Yet again. Boy, that moment when you just turn it up in the dark world and there's rain, and you can hear the rain before you even get there. It's something so iconic about that moment. It's that one random little moment. Oh, you need Bombos to get into this one. Well, alright, save and quit again. Let's try. Oh, so wait, so which one did you need to get into Turtle Rock then? Was that also Bombos, or did we not look? I think it's worth it to try and like just go look and see, because usually they're not the same one. You know, you should think about doing that before you leave the house. You know, exfoliate and everything. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know what exfoliating was. It sounded like some science experiment. Like you rub aluminum foil on your face or something, you know? Well, I've learned a little more about it recently. Because one of the things I bought on Amazon, one of the facial cleansers, is actually an exfoliant. It's actually salt. It's like Himalayan salt or something. So I've been using it, and it seems... It's hard to say just yet, like, what sort of a difference it's making, but it does seem to look a little better. So I don't want to be too quick to say, oh my god, I found the solution, but at the same time... It works. And what else I've been doing, this is going to sound so stupid that I'm doing it, but it's part of my life now, is I've been wearing socks on my hands as I sleep at night. I said it was stupid, but I'm telling you, if it stops you from, like, scratching yourself or scratching your face while you're sleeping, then hey, you that's that much less time you're spending grinding your fingernails into your face. Because I spent most of my life thinking that if I left my fingernails, like if I let them grow out just a little bit, that would help. Because the problem with scratching your face is that the oil... Oh, wait, we can actually get in here. Thank God. The problem with scratching your face is that the oil in your hands mixes with the oils in your face, and it's different types of oils. And you don't necessarily want that. But I always thought, well, if you let your fingernails get long, you can use your fingernails to do the scratching, and then your fingers aren't touching your face as much, because it's just your fingernails touching it, you know? And for years, I went thinking that it was better for my face if I just left my fingernails longer, or didn't cut them as often. I mean, obviously, I didn't let them grow out to Queen Garon's length or anything, but still. So then I was just reading about this yesterday because apparently I was too lazy to even so much as Google it. I guess what stops me from Googling things like that is because I don't want to know. I don't want to be told that I've been wrong all this time or something. I don't know, it's a certain fear. That's the big key right there. But yeah, so anyway, I looked it up and they said, you know, your fingernails scratching your face is even worse. Because they're sharp, you know, they do damage, they leave scars. And it's like, well, yeah, that's probably not good. So now I'm just trying to work on eliminating the scratching altogether. Which, no shit, you know, that's what you should have been doing. Also, I took this platform the wrong way. Quickly run to the Cane of Burna here. That's just a key and a key. And more magic. Dude. Wait. Oh, I thought I heard the near-death sound for a second. I was like, no way, not already. No, another one! Yeah, one key at a time, y'all. I mean, thankfully it's given them to us, though. That's the thing about it. Still no Pegasus boots, though. You know what I mean? Are we gonna get to Ganon's castle and get boot-locked somewhere? What if the big key to Ganon's castle is boot-locked? Boot-locked! You gotta be kidding me. What a crazy word for a crazy concept, you know? Boot-locked. What the hell is that, man? Don't even know anymore. Alright, bunny time. Whoa, I guess lasers don't hurt bunnies. Why are you still down here? Well, there's the key. Oh, yeah. So sometimes I just lay on the horn for the longest time. Good lord. It's like you would think... Well, you would think anything, I suppose. Oh, there we go. There's the mirror. Right smack dab in the middle of Turtle Rock. Boy, I thought we were never going to see that thing. It's kind of a relief, though, because I think we didn't need the mirror. Do you ever actually need the mirror to beat the game? Because hypothetically, if I hadn't found the mirror here, and I went on and got the last crystal and went to Ganon's castle, I could have done that. Right? You don't ever have to warp back to the beginning of the dungeon or any of that. We may not have any particular use for them, but hey, I already have over 2,000 rupees now. It's not unlike the 2,000 flushes thing that you get at the store. Alright, well. Let's see what other kind of crap we can find out here. Let's see what else was hiding at Turtle Rock. Behind the Ether Medallion, Hammer, Titan's Mid, whatever else we needed to get in here. Let's grab that fairy. Such a well-presented treasure chest for such an inconsequential chest, though. Okay, so we're gonna beat Ganon, sure, but we still have to beat Mother Brain, though, right? Because you do have to beat both of them. And it is interesting. I think last time we beat Mother Brain first. And then it just kind of reverted back to regular old Super Metroid until we beat Ganondorf. Or Ganon, whatever. Same man, you know. So yeah, like normally you'd use pegs as boots to get through these walls, but you can also use bombs to do that. Alright, I'm just gonna scooch you in there. We're also gonna see the red boomerang at some point here. Not in that chest. Oh, it'll turn up sooner or later, I'm sure. So Turtle Rock is, for the most part, cleaned out, except for the 4 chests toward the end. Crap. I don't know, actually that worked out, because I didn't take the hit from the fire shitter. Yay! I don't think there's a chest over there. It's just a jar, isn't it? A jar that you open to get magic. Pretty sure. Alright, no dashing through this room, I guess. Oh, get out of my way there. You ain't doing that. Also, I don't have the mirror shield yet, do I? It's okay, because we do have this. Compass. Key. Super missile, like we haven't seen enough of those already. And red rupee, wow. So basically just nothing, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and leave here and mark this as an exit. Just in case I screw up on the boss again. Because I'm pretty sure I did last time. Not so much by dying, but by running out of magic. Because, yeah, you can't exactly let that happen. I might not have had half magic at that point. I don't remember why. Why I would have run out of magic. Just really actually use it up, I don't know. Wow, what a slow way to do that. But you get like a magic refill right outside the room. It's right here. Plus, if you use this before it fills back up, it doesn't count. I don't think, anyway. What other game is that where you do a trick like that? Where you use something before the man? Oh, that's Zelda 2. Well, makes sense, really. Alright, so... Alright, oh, I forgot to switch my item before doing the thing. Not that it matters. Oh, yeah. It's because of the delay on the ice rod that I'm messing it up. There we go. Wait, what? You're not dead yet? Okay, I thought you were. It sounded like you were. I thought I heard you make the sound. I guess you totally weren't. Oh well, it's okay. The rest of this is no problem. A little late on the spin attack there. Whew. Alright. Give me my heart container, or whatever it is you've been holding out on me here. Just the map, huh? Yeah, the rest of those energy tanks from Super Metroid must be in the Pendant Palaces. If I had to garner a guess. Because, I mean, if it wasn't energy tanks, it was going to be something else that was there. You know, more important items that we actually got instead. So here we are, 7 crystals. I mean, we're done. It's like, let's just go. Let's get done with the Link to the Past before we get screwed by any more item omissions. Of course, then again, we're still missing stuff in Super Metroid. Like Space Jump, for example. What if that's over here? I don't know, man. It scares me to think, but you know, it's like, I keep thinking to myself, well, if I finish this game, I don't have to worry about anything here anymore. But that's not true, you know. Still have to worry about other stuff. I'm anxious to see the credits on this one, though, and to see the stats. See how many times I bonked. See whatever else. At this particular moment in time, I'm feeling especially grateful that I didn't go for a key sanity run of this. I was trying to find keys for... trying to find it and go around and find keys for this dungeon. It would just be a righteous pain in the butthole. I'll tell you that right now. But since we don't, we can just look around peacefully and at our own leisure. Still have to look around for that big key, but there's plenty of rooms like this where it could be. Also, I saw the missile was on top of the torch in there. So that means I don't need boots for that. Okay. Well, I don't believe we're doing this right now. Feels like we're at the end of the game, and yet we're not. Like, we're not even close. We haven't even touched Ridley's fort yet, except for, like, 2 seconds to pick up one thing. Okay, actually, we have a key. There is a chest over here, I remember. And it's a piece of ass. Oh well. It's a piece of earth. Beautiful. Oh, well. Ugh, are we not setting that close enough? I was gonna say, dude. Don't make me do that a third time. Alright, through the warp. Okay, I also remember... Oh, shoot, I can't do the Pegasus trick here either. There's another key. Well, that was just in time. I needed one, actually. There's a couple of chests over here I remember forgetting last time. See, it's weird how I remember stuff like this so well. Maybe because of how much it affected me. It's like when you make a mistake and you think of it as a really big mistake, I guess you're more likely to remember what the mistake was. Whereas there's just some little thing you're not really thinking about. Well, there's 2 of our energy tanks right there. And there's the big key! Dude, we're done. I mean, we're not done, but damn if we are. We're not done, but damn if we are. That sounds like a title of a country song. Just try not to get knocked off by these losers. That many losers on Christmas morning ordering biscuits! Whoa, 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 get over there, go, no! Thank you! Okay, it was just 10 arrows. Ugh. Boy, I almost missed that one. I think I did miss it last time. Alright, Armos with ice physics, let's do this. It's funny how Nintendo likes adding ice physics to stuff to make it harder. Because they also did it in Mario Odyssey with the rematch against the Dark Souls Dragon. 300, and I forgot that they did that until I watched Archon Matrix play it this morning. 2 shoutouts to people in one video whose both names start with A. The other one was Atma, in case you forgot. Alright. You move that way, and let's get this. There's the Bombhouse! I was wondering where you were, Bombhouse. Wait, what? Okay, that's gotta be a glitch. Alright, I'm gonna use Bombos while it sits there on top of the... No. It's gotta be some sort of glitch. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'm not complaining. See, the question's gonna forever be etched into our minds, though. Like, what if the space jump was in here? Man, it's always so gratifying to get so many of them behind the blocks. I've never gotten all of them behind the blocks. I don't know if that's even possible. I don't really care either. Here's yet another place where the Pegasus boots will be useful. But we're just gonna pass it up, and that's okay because anti-fairies. Oh, look what we got here. Free fairy. Check out Grover! Alright. Can we do this like we did last time? Oh, that little bit of a delay on firing an arrow does so much. Oh, of course, you just come up and go right back down again. I love how sometimes your shield blocks a fireball even when you're not remotely facing it. It's just cool, man. Alright, time for more fancy schmancy tricks. You know, it's funny because if they made an entire game where your only means of attack was the Cane of Samaria, it would probably be pretty fun, you know? I mean, hell, people think Captain Toad is fun and all you can do is jump in that, so... why wouldn't? Think of all the puzzles you could make out of that. Or you'd have to set the block on something on a conveyor belt, wait for it to go, and then fire it, you know? I feel like there's possibilities there. I'm spraying magic powder all over the floor here. Oh, I'm out of magic. Never mind. No, I'm not. Okay, why? You were trapped in this tiny little enclosure with me here. Thank you. There's another E-tank. 3 E-tanks in Ganon's tower. I can't say I'm too surprised, though. They couldn't all be in the... You know, the... What do you call pendant dungeons, I guess is what you call them. Yet again, with the lack of Pegasus boots here. Coming to give us a little boot to the head. More like a lack of boot to the head. You can't have boot to the head unless there's a boot. But if you don't have a boot, then how can there be a boot to the head? What else would there be to throw at their heads? Besides more objections. Alright, ready? Oh man, I could have had a triple shot there if I had done that just right. Yeah, well. It's all about your positioning. There we go, that's 2 more. That was not good. Here, wait. One more. Just use his own fireball. It's the most reliable one that you're gonna get back to him. Haha! I wanna see what happens when you beat Ganon, but then you haven't finished Super Metroid, because we saw what happened last time when you finished Super Metroid, but you hadn't beat Ganon. How the world just kinda went back to normal. I guess the same thing would happen here, that really wouldn't look that weird. Just instead of going to credits, it would just spawn you somewhere. But I reckon we're equipped to find out here. What do we need? I have a blue potion on me, so that's good. And a red potion and an empty bottle. Are we gonna do this now? Are we really gonna do it? I guess we are. And just think of all the shit we could have done, though. Thanks for dropping in the first passengers in a hot air balloon. Or a duck, a sheep, and a rooster. Oh. You're funny, Ganon. You're a funny guy. Oh, man. There's only one time in the game when you ever feel like the Cheeto sword does very little damage, and this is it. Right here, because you're wishing you had that butter sword to get that cholesterol going, you know. Alright, let's not be stupid here. We're not exactly frothing at the seams with life here. Life energy, vitality, call it what you will. I remember as a kid there was a game called Mystery Quest on the Nintendo, and I watched Chris Long play it. And somehow, for some reason, I never forgot about that game. It was just fascinating to me. Of course, back then, I was just coming into my own as kind of a Zelda fan, and it was similar, except it wasn't... Except it was like a platformer, kind of like Zelda 2 would come to be much later. And while I'm sure it didn't sport anywhere near the features that Zelda 2 boasted some years later, it was still a fascinating game to me, and one of the things I remember about it was that your life... If I'm thinking of the same game here, I might be thinking of some other game called Dragon Fighter or Dragon something. Flying Dragon. Shit. I can't believe I actually died. Oh, I can't get the fairy because I don't have the Pegasus boots! Those freaking boots are gonna be the end of me, man. The boots. The boot to the head. The boot. Even the fairies are boot locked now. They're boot locked, man. I'm always so convinced that, like, if I sword him on the exact frame, he just won't teleport. Then he does it anyway, and it's just like, oh, balls. And then a lot of times when I actually do hit him, I'm convinced that the reason I did it was because I hit him on the exact frame or whatever. Even though I'm sure that has nothing to do. Did you find the arrows in the light world? Is that all you have to say about that? That's all I have to say to you, then. Let's go ahead and... we can hit it one more time, I reckon. What? Why didn't I fire? I was gonna say I better not be out of arrows. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the bitch slap? It'll just be the ultimate bitch slap. You're out of arrows, son. Look at that, I got a chance to hit him there, but... Oh, man. Alright, here we go. So long, Gay Bowser! With my Cheeto sword I did it! With my Cheeto sword I took him out! So put the cookie down! Alright, let's see what happens. We go to Super Metroid now. I'm gonna finish that up. Yep, see? So we've officially won Zelda. Zelda's done. Now we gotta finish Metroid. But there's a few problems here.